But you are a fucking liar, Whitney, because you know that Lisa's not the one to blame here. Like, Lisa's not Von teasing you.
She
Fucking.
has just been caught lying on the show. She's been caught.
I know. She literally, you know, the whole, what's it called, Alibaba or whatever. I guess everybody does that. People that are sell things or commerce people do that. But she basically shut that shit down. We so focused on who told everybody about it instead of the fact that she does buy her products for $1.50. Right. Infuses them with greed, not crystals, greed, crystalline energy or greed energy, and then resells them for $700 when they're $1.25. Right. It's like, again, I mean, I wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't buy shit from her. Now I will never buy another celebrity shit. I've been doing that dumb shit. You know what I mean? Well, I'm like, sure, I'll buy $300 extensions just because somebody fucking put their name. You know what I mean? I'm like, why would I? You know, but I should do more of them. But Angie and Bronwyn, right?
Angie and Bronwyn. Yeah, I feel like Bronwyn was telling the truth. Those bitches said some stuff, and she literally repeated what they said almost verbatim. And they're like, "Oh, she said it out of context, bitch. What was the context then?"
I know. And you did tell me to shut the fuck up 3 or 4 times last week.
Yeah.
Again, yeah, I wouldn't be. We would not be having a conversation not this quickly. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you're gonna apologize, or we're like, keep the same energy. You told me to shut the fuck up like 4 or 5 times last week, and I really don't know. Angie kind of just went after her. It's weird. Like, you know, Bronwyn or Heather, they're all like, you know, own your words, and you know, we have to own our words. Like, Bronwyn, you need to own your words, and it's like, but Heather, you have been literally going, we all talk shit on each other. It's okay. And you know, me and we tell each other when we're mad at each other. We don't need Bronwyn to tell us or whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Right. And that scene, literally, Angie and Whitney, it was Whitney led, was saying how Bronwyn should expect to get treated from Lisa because this is what she does. And it was not good. And then Angie co-signed and delivered the Lisa Barlow hate. And then when Bronwyn, who figured out logistics pretty quickly on this show, is that you're talking about everybody, you're going to talk about me. I'm going to tell you what you said for real. Your guys are making up lies on me. I'm going to tell you what you said for real. And that seems to be working and getting her in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
But well, Angie looked very bridge and tunnel talking about dick.
Oh yeah, you're riding this one's dick. You're talking about dick. You're talking about this. Yeah, like, dick, hair, pussy. You know, hair, slutty, whatever. Your hair counts fucked up. Now I got slutty hair going on. You know, is this like a bump or am I seeing shit?
I don't think the lady's hair looked slutty. I think it looked kind of young on her. I didn't get slutty at all. Even though Brittany doesn't give me like high class, but she doesn't give me full on slutty.
She gives me Twisted Sister video.
Yes, like that era. Yes.
You know, and it's like, and Todd though, I think Todd was a little bit softer this week with Bronwyn.
Bit. I think he's trying to be.
He's like, I didn't mean. You didn't let me finish, babe. You didn't let me. Yeah. Because she's like, you know, you're making her think she's right, and like that would make me mad too. But especially like moments like that, like I didn't know if Todd was trying to just like, I don't know. I feel like that their argument was stupid. Angie and Bronwyn's argument was dumb. Brittany and Angie, that was and then Meredith.
Angie went in. Angie went in. I was like, are you using Emily's testosterone pellets, Angie? Because you just went in. That was high key aggressive.
Yeah, like I would rather her go after Heather or something. Like, I mean, don't go after the new people. Like, you were a newbie too once. You know what I mean? Like, thank God Mary's even talking to you right now. You know, because you get the digs about Heather. You know, like Angie showing up where she's not invited and shit. Like Heather's still talking shit. Yeah. Like, knowing her time's coming. It has to be. It has to be coming because in the after show she's completely quiet. She just is like, I don't know. It's like I think it's Whitney in the room with her, like in the chair, and Whitney's like
Meredith. It's Meredith and Heather. Okay. It's Meredith and Heather, Whitney and who is Whitney?
Bronwyn.
And because it's definitely Angie and Mary.
Let me pull it up because the after show is amazing. Dustin, I see you. If I pull you up, Dustin, don't get me sidetracked. I'm telling you right now. I'm just kidding. Don't sidetrack.
Dustin.
All right, let me see if I can pull up the after show. He's on
mute. Hi, LRGA. How you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Awesome.
Hey, Dustin.
Hey, Kirsten. Did you get your computer fixed last night?
Yeah, actually, yeah. It updated, and I have a bunch of cool, like, new features and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to get the after show because it's actually pretty good. I probably should
be. I'll go on mute so that I don't interrupt you.
Dustin, don't I know? I'm only half serious, only half kidding. I'm serious.
What about when Mary was walking around the outside and they were all just letting her walk around the outside? That was hilarious. But also at the same time, I was like, somebody could have went and got her. The production could have gave her a head that way or something. That was funny.
I know. Funny. And it's like, I think she knew who she was doing. I think she kind of knew what she was doing because I feel like, well, no, she said she's never been there before. Oh, she's never.
Right. And she said they had the black on the windows and she had those sunglasses on.
She probably was completely blacked out too. Yeah, that is kind of funny actually. And like, of course, it's Mary of all people, you know.
Right. Something about Mary.
I love Mary. I really do. I love her this season. I don't think she could have said anything better than what she did in that moment with her son. And she said there's a lot more to the conversation, but what the part that we saw, like she, in my eyes, coming from somebody who was an actual addict, like that was everything she said was perfect. Like, you know, she held him accountable, told him he needed to get help. She said, I'm there for you. I love you. She was just so amazing. And she's never dealt with that ever in her life. She had no idea what the conversation was going to be like.
Right.
Is this the after show? Yes. It's 20 hours ago. Yeah. Oh, and we have been limiting my ad revenue or whatever because of this, but all I do is I get them. It's the computer system does it. All I do is tell them to actually check it like whatever person check it, and they've been monetizing every video. I like 14 of them were yellow, and I got them all green. I was shocked.
Yeah, all you have to do is ask sometimes.
I didn't know.
Don't get fed, girl.
How many times do I get to do this? How many times do I get to recommend them to check it? And I guess it'll limit it. I guess. Mary Cosby.
How you doing, Linnell?
Oh, who's View streamer. You guys see this? Okay.
Yes.
Oh, no, hello. Thanks for joining. I like new people. Is that somebody from you or is that somebody new?
Yeah, that's somebody visiting from there. That is a Curvie.
Oh, hello, Curvies.
Curvie.
Okay, this is
nice to meet everybody. Everybody new. Nice to meet everybody.
I know. Thanks for joining. And I'm not really mean to Dustin. Dustin, I'm just half seen.
Visit the house. He lives down the street. I don't think he loves his house, but we don't have enough property for all their dogs. So
this is about Angie selling her house, which I can't wait to see on the show. So the new show is coming out tomorrow. Or last night.
What new show? What new show is this?
When Meredith
selling Salt Lake City or something like that,
called security.
Salt Lake, and yeah, it looks really good. I'm excited. I'm covering tomorrow with Southern Charm.
Oh, you're doing Southern Charm too?
Tomorrow, yeah. Hold on, where am I at here? Okay.
To kick me out, my heart dropped.
Security, please escort her and her husband out.
In front of her mother.
Crazy she looks.
Mother and her children and like her son who's never around. I mean, this is embarrassing.
I felt really bonded to Meredith in that moment. She stood up.
I can't.
For me.
I've never been like slushy like that. Like, I'm a good girl.
That's the hair guys that we're talking about.
She knows. She stood up for herself. She stood up for women in general.
I think that for her too, it was also hurting because it's like you're degrading another woman, and that was like the last straw for her. I think
they were both degrading each other.
Why are you showing up at a family event when she clearly doesn't have any respect for my family? But you're here, that's fine.
Why'd you fucking invite her? Look how dusty and old you look, Mary.
Like, great, celebrate. So then Brittany comes up to me and
this is what I'm saying. Heather does not talk this. She hasn't talked in like episodes.
And what is the outfit that Heather has on? She looks like a
god,
gospel singer.
The sister gay, head of the church.
Yes.
Says that Angie's been slut
Sister gay.
Hey, Kristen,
shaming her. It's just this.
Yes.
when you get off of here, I need to talk to you about something backstage. A minute. So when you get off, I need to talk to you backstage.
Okay.
Very degrading.
Anybody know where Shay is, by the way? Shay B, real quick. Have you seen, is she missing? You know what I'm talking about, larger, right, Shay?
Yeah, I know Shady. I haven't seen her on my Insta or anything. I hope she is okay.
She's going, her Insta's shut down.
No
And-
way, it's gone?
Yeah, and she said she got hacked, and she told Mimir she got hacked, but then she was talking to her from that account. But then Mimir thought she was this other person named Demps, who's this famous singer. I don't know. It's a weird story. I don't know, Mimir. I'm like, Mimir, I don't know where you're getting. I don't understand what's happening. I don't know. It's a whole thing. I can't find Shay. She hasn't messaged me back, so she hasn't been in your thing at all. Wow.
Rating behavior towards other women that I have personally experienced and witnessed from her.
Oh, she looks so good. Man. It's such a
So of course I'm gonna believe Brittany when she says that to me. And I'm like,
look at these two. These are two Von Teeses right here. These are the two.
Yeah.
These are the people in question. These are the two fucking people that have been Von teasing for 3 years.
you're supposed to be here supporting my family, that you clearly don't respect my family, and now you're gonna slut shame women. You gotta go.
You keep trying to put me out of all your events.
I know.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir. Could we get security, please? Excuse me. She needs to leave. I'm the hostess of the dinner, and her behavior is not acceptable. I'd like for her to
He's like the fucking kitchen guy or some shit.
leave.
So you're going to recycle the material and I'm going to get you this. I'm going to invite you.
You even brought a.
That's not why she invited you, Angie. Get real. That's not why she invited you to kick you out. That's not what she. Let's be honest. She's kicking you out because she probably drank a little bit and got some bug up her ass like she always does.
Gift.
Yeah.
I didn't even bring a gift. The gift was myself.
I gave her some product because I love to do
Good.
that. I prayed. I closed my eyes when I was supposed to close my eyes. I greeted her family. I
You wasn't even
congratulated.
talking to me.
I knew I needed to be mindful, be thoughtful, be kind,
Be demure.
participate, be demure. And she
Be demure.
kicks me out in front of everyone. She doesn't even have all the facts. She doesn't even know that Brittany provoked me.
I have been so nice to you. No,
Oh, her hair's not that bad. Oh, and this one she's not.
you basically called me a slut.
Oh, yeah.
She was gonna.
I didn't know the bump it was the bump thing on her head. Probably underneath her hair to make it have a bump on it.
Looking
Make
at
sure you
that
beat this
on
time, but she-
Whitney, it looked a hot mess.
Gonna hire security.
Yeah. Whitney had a crazy look.
Need to do it. I'm hoping that that's not what she was doing, but that's what it looked like.
I don't know why she didn't want to leave. Why would you want to be somewhere where you're not wanted?
Because you're the only one that doesn't want her there. Meredith Marks. Meredith Marks. Look at Heather. Heather's got the inbred I'm caught look. She's looking right through Meredith right now. Look at that face. Totally.
That's hilarious.
Mary. She's like inbred thinking right now. I fucked up. I really fucked
Well,
up.
I guess she does like that because she showed up in Palm Springs.
Hello. Hey, how are you? I didn't know you were going to be here.
You know what? I welcomed her into my home. I gave her wine. I made sure I told my family to
I can't. I gotta stop every 10 seconds.
include her and make her feel comfortable. And she brings me there and does that to me. It was very cruel the way she
It
did
was
it.
so
And
cruel.
I mean, she's just not any.
It was just loud and obnoxious, kind of. It's like
Yeah.
basically it's Meredith does it all the time, but she doesn't like being fucking kicked out of places.
One that I see myself having anything in common with.
So can you move on and forgive her?
Mary. That's Sister Mary, Pastor Mary.
Well, look, forgiveness is always number one.
You have to forgive. You're not bringing no more scrolls.
No scrolls, no more scrolls.
What you want apologies for? All the
Yeah,
17 things that
yeah.
were written down. Was it 17 things?
There was like
Right.
six.
It was like a Santa
It was
Claus
like
list.
six.
Total voice of reason.
Let's talk about Mary arriving late to your bat mitzvah.
Well, she can't get mad at Brittany now.
Oh gosh.
How dark her glasses.
I can't.
Over the door.
You can't get mad at other people when you have the same behavior.
I have someone meeting me here, hopefully.
The one look that I've only ever liked this is this one. She looks hot as hell. Why can't she always look like this? No bangs, slick hair, outfit's fucking outrageously hot. I wish she would dress like this all the time. Like she
Yeah.
looks amazing. And then you look at this confessional thing and she looks like a dusty old bag of bugles.
Yeah.
I'll offer you a fucking bag of bugles and like dusty bugles and like some RC cola or something in her weird house that she doesn't even know where she lives.
I understand that we all have a moment, this, that, and the other, but it's quite coincidental that like I have conflicts with her and then she's late to both things.
She has to understand I live in Salt Lake City. I am a Salt Lake City resident. I don't live in Park City. And every time you have to get with Meredith, you have to drive an hour just to be with her. And if she can't understand that, then that's just her problem.
They don't live near each other either. How the fuck do you do that then? Like, how do you expect these people to hang out and go to lunch when they live an hour away from each other? Meredith needs to literally move to Salt Lake or get off the show. Like, honestly, I wouldn't be mad if she left because none of her family lives here. They all live in New York.
It's not mine.
Yeah.
It's very different to be late to a reconciliation and planned event. Did you notice?
I'm sorry, her son went to rehab.
I think Meredith Mark needs to leave. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so does Heather.
When she came in, because it kind of made a little bit of a disruption.
Put it on the table and cover it again.
Her apple looks horrible too. Look, Heather's got slut hair too. We all kind of got slut hair going on. The curls and the kind of sweaty look going on.
And you all may be seated.
Definitely
I
need.
didn't know. I just realized we had a 7.0 earthquake today. I didn't even feel it.
In California?
I didn't even feel it. I must have. It was 7.3 actually.
What?
Yeah.
I was feeling a 4.9. I was scared for days.
7.3.
A big, larger. That's huge.
That's huge. That is huge.
You have that? I can't even watch this right now. Oh my God, are you okay?
Yeah, like I said, I didn't even feel it. I had got a text. I was waiting for my phone to get fixed, and I got a text from my mom, and I couldn't really read it because he was fixing my phone. And then by the time I get home, I'm like, oh, I wonder what that was about. Now I'm seeing there was a 7.3 earthquake, and she got a text. It happened at like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock this morning.
Oh.
But she had sent me a text that there was a tsunami warning in her area.
Oh, shit. Yeah, bro. Oh my God.
That's crazy.
How far are you from the water?
Oh, I'm real central. I'm very central. That's part of the reason I moved central was because God said go inland.
Yeah. Yeah. We're real inland too. Like we're not, if a tsunami hit us, it would be probably like the Delaware, I think it's called the Delaware Bay or something.
Yeah.
I'm
like 100 miles. I'm 100 miles from the bay.
God. Oh yeah, you are far. Oh, yeah. I mean, we're like 8 blocks. I'm 8 blocks from the river bay thingy. But like if it affected that part, I don't know if a tsunami would, if the ocean tsunami affects the bay too, and then the Delaware. I don't know if it affects all the water.
I mean, I was doing my calculation, and there's not enough ocean between San Francisco and Oakland, Alameda side of the Pacific facing ocean in the Bay Area to like really have a tsunami unless it overtook San Francisco too. You know?
I was wondering because I know the one was just a huge wave, the one that killed all these people, but like and the flooding, I don't know if it also rises the other one. I guess it doesn't. Maybe it does rise. I don't know, but I would think no, that doesn't make sense because the water is going on land, so it's like the wave is going, so it's not like going out. You know what I mean? I'm thinking of it going out and all the water raising up. You know what I mean? Like because I'm basically on the island right now. There's only one way out and it floods, and there's 2 ways out. It floods, so I'm like stuck here. If this it's flooded constantly, and it's really hard to get out of here. It is. And it's like I just worry about like we flood just when it rains. So like man, I feel like and today it was like 40, 50 mile an hour winds today.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like we just the last couple of years, the winds are so much different. It's like I have to literally like tie things down outside, like my gazebo and stuff. Like, thank God it's like tied down pretty well. But like I went out there, poor Toto, Eloise, she's like looking at me all like disheveled. She's like, "Mom, what the fuck?" Like everything's all over the place. Her tents out, her fucking bed's out of the gazebo because she has like a little apartment out there. It was crazy. She was like Toto. We're not. It's weird. We're not in Kansas anymore. I feel like
not at all. Our shift is happening.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially I hear like now all I hear them talk about is how we are already there. Like we've already shifted into it, and we're just experiencing our own mini timeline things. the main nexus point happened when Trump didn't get unalived, either he did or he didn't. I remember I was like, thank God, Larger, we're here. We woke up on the good one. And I'm like, I don't even know. This could just be my reality or your reality. I don't know which reality we're in. Are we in yours or mine? I don't know.
Exactly.
Like, I would love to know if my awareness is somewhere else too. Like another version of us in another reality. Like, where, you know what I mean? I'm like, I wonder what we look like in that reality. You know what I mean? But like, I'm like, but Larger, this is just my awareness at this point. And I'm like, all of you guys are just my background people, and I'm your background people. And like, I think it worked. Me and my sister talked about this before because she understands how this works too, which I didn't realize. She's like, yeah, we created our reality. I'm like, good for you, Shan. Yeah. And but then it's like, but how do we do that? If you're here, I'm here. It's like,
well, but you know what they also say is that there's one mind. So perhaps the magnitude of the like minds becomes a mind that alters the timeline enough for it to affect us. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And like the other day, somebody said they found the Mandela effect. They found a copy of the movie Shazam, and it's impossible. In this reality, even that copies you had in your house will be missing. And so this guy, he's like trying to explain. He's like, yeah, look, I found residue. It's like, no, residue is other people copying what we believe to be true, like the Thinker statue. Like the statue is like this, and then it was like, now it's like this, or it was like that, and it was like this, or something like that. So they got pictures of people in front of it doing the old way, the way we remember growing up, which I think is like this, and the Thinker statue is like this. And my grandparents had one growing up. I remember looking at this statue because the statue looks like my Uncle Matt. And I'm like, that guy in the statue, like it was a little statue of it. And I'm like, and I always would look at it. And I didn't know it was called the Thinker until, I grew up but I do always remember looking at it. And he was like, doing a thinker pose. I guess that's what it's called. And now his pose has completely changed. It's so strange. But my whole point is nobody's going in, like the dusty old globe in my house that's been here. George has probably had it since he was a kid. The continents are moved on it. I remember looking at a globe one day. I was like, why does South America look like it's under Florida now or under Jersey when South America used to be under California? When I remember growing up, like South America and like Uruguay, Paraguay was all underneath California, and Mexico. And now it's like to the right, and the peninsula, the canal, the peninsula, what's it called? The canal. Used to run north and south, then runs east and west. Panama Canal. Panama Canal used to run north and south, east and west or something, but now it runs north and south or something. It runs completely differently. Like, crazy. And Thursday, the third Thursday of the month, Thanksgiving, apparently since 1942, has always been celebrated on the fourth Thursday of November. No, my birthday was always 1 week away from Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Not 2 days. And Thanksgiving was always the third Thursday of November. In my reality,
so too.
In my reality, that's all, but I've always remembered. And according to now, everywhere, no, since 1942, that's when one president signed this thing that made it the third Thursday or the fourth Thursday of every month. It's never been on the third Thursday of the month. And I'm like, how is everybody not in the world? Everybody in the world knows that they changed the date, but nobody realized that they're trying to say it's never been the third Thursday of the month. It's always been the fourth Thursday of the month. And I'm like, that's a huge Mandela effect that would probably affect our parents for them to understand. Like, I want at least one or two to affect my parents so I know they're not NPCs. Like, just pretend like, or actually realize that Jesus Christ reality has changed. Like Thanksgiving in this reality has never been fucking celebrated on the third Thursday of every month. There's something else with Thanksgiving too. There's one other thing. Oh, what's it called? The thing in the basket, the Fruit of the Loom. What's it called? It's the fruit in the basket thingy. No, what's the thing? The Fruit of the Loom logo. It used to have
Fruit of the Loom guys. Right. They had a grape. They had a. Did they have a grape, an apple, and an orange?
It was like in a Thanksgiving looking, and now it's just the fruit. But it used to be in a thing. Like, I don't know. It's weird, but in my reality, it's crazy as reality.
When Bronwyn was like, I was her 5 minutes. I was like, what's that about Bronwyn? She just needed somebody in that moment and kind of used Bronwyn. Brittany rather. Right. And then, but Brittany did say that. So Brittany needs to not be pretending like she's so butthurt over being called that, because you basically was like, if I'm one, you're one, But she did go too far, saying that her outfit looked like a slut, and her makeup and her hair and her
body count, her thread count of her clothes were cheap. I'm like, she's even your thread count cheap. But see, if anybody's going to talk about somebody's hair looking bad, it might as well be Angie. She's a hairdresser. She owns 10 salons, and she knows fashion. But then Angie looks cheap too. Angie looks just as cheap as Brittany does in my eyes. Her hair's a little less frizzy, but I mean, I get the frizzy hair going on sometimes too. But Angie she was loud, and it was bad. It was pretty bad. I mean, I understand, but Brittany was also I don't think Brittany was that upset. I think Brittany was like, thank God somebody's paying attention to me, It's like, at least if Angie's arguing with me, then Brittany feels important, because if somebody's going to fight with you on this show, then they're doing you a favor, because you know what I mean? They're giving you a storyline, and I do feel like they should stop being so mad at each other when they go after one another, because I don't think they realize that you're actually becoming the storyline, and that's what we like. Messy, toxic. Sometimes we like this cotton candy drama is what we like, in my eyes. Except Heather, let's take out with the Von Teese thing, because they can't use the storyline with Whitney any longer, because Dana wouldn't approve her them using her name or whatever. So they had to literally drop off the storyline about her being this person that tells on Whitney and tells on everybody, to now we're not even talking about that. It's like all of a sudden it's like Whitney is a liar according to Lisa, but that's it. But it's like there's no more Alibaba and Lisa and this person, that person. It's just basically Lisa knows, I think Lisa at this point knows that Whitney knows that it's not her, and Lisa knows she's getting blamed knowing it's not her, and that they're just trying to let Heather blame her as much as she can, to say, you let me get blamed in how many episodes, but it's like, Heather gave you the rope to hang yourself, dumbass, and you did it. I think hopefully, allegedly, she did hang herself. I mean, she should. By this point, I'm like, Dana, if this doesn't happen by the end of the season, please give me the name of that account. I will background. I will search this. I will until the day I am no longer doing this. I will search and search and search to find out who it is, because I want to expose Heather in the worst way, like she did to Monica. I want somebody to do it.
And then, and even Meredith's reaction though was so over the top, because Lisa's hot mic moment was at least about her. She didn't even have all the people in the story, all the players in the game, when Brittany was crying about being called a slut, and immediately was like, oh, you've done it so many times. And I'm like, some of those times it was a reaction to something else that somebody else did. And others of those times it was like, her starting it. But I feel more
the husbands.
The husband, a lot of the stuff was in reaction to what was being said or done to her. So they're forgetting that part.
I know. And I was in the middle of playing that too. I'm telling you, this is really bad. Today's a really bad day. I usually don't go live 4 days a week. That's going to be 5 tomorrow, because I am not with it. 2 hours and 20 minutes. I couldn't even get anything done here. Let's see. Where am I at? Blind.
I mean, it's not positive that I'm in the middle of my bat mitzvah and prayers, and I'm seeing her wandering, trying to figure out her way in. At one point, I was like, should I get up and help her?
I didn't think she saw Mary.
Yeah.
I had no idea that you saw her come in late. You were,
well, thank you.
Very smooth.
I'm glad I came when I did. Otherwise, I would have to see horses pooping, coming in on a chariot or whatever she came in on, and with her and her whole family up there, and
or bugged by me being in the gap. It's just not surprising that she wouldn't want to share the experience, but it didn't change mine. You've shown me what you want out of our friendship.
Oh, this one.
I wasn't even responsible for it to begin with. It's just not surprising that she wouldn't want to share that moment with me, and that's okay. I was more bugged by me.
Meredith, this is not the fuck about you, really, honestly. It's about her son that has to go to rehab. So I
Yeah.
think that by now, by this time, you should be giving her a little bit of grace, because by now, sitting on this chair, everything that happened. So for her to sit there and go, oh, well, like, like Mary, Angie, it's like, bitch, first of all, you said her husband was gay, and then you told, and Mary's son's going to rehab and needs help, and like, you're supposed to be her like best friend.
Being in the gallery alone, standing there waiting when
It's just nice boobs too. She looks
Of
so good there and looks so dusty here.
other things to do, and I'm literally standing there waiting for her. You know what I mean? The bat mitzvah, like, if you don't make it on time, you don't make it on time. That's on you. You missed a lovely experience, but it didn't change mine. You've shown me what you want out of our friendship. I've gotten the memo. Thank you.
Okay,
We're fine.
Lisa showed you, didn't she? Lisa showed you.
Speaking of sold on Salt Lake City.
Here it is. I can't wait to watch this. It was on tonight or last night. So yeah, tonight.
I think it already has an episode. I think it was last night.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it tonight, and I'm gonna cover it tomorrow with not with Southern Charm, but after or before.
Your house hit the market.
Well, who do I think I am this week?
Sure did. Todd did show some interest.
Before she listed it, Sean called Todd and said, I know you thought our house was so cool. Do you want to come look at it? And I think Todd might move in there by himself. I was like, it's close enough. We could walk to each other, but I mean, he hates our remodel. He might go live at Angie's.
Todd would be a great buyer because we could go back and visit the house. He lives down the street. I don't think he loves his house, but we don't have enough property for all their dogs. So I think that was a little bit of a downfall for Bronwyn. But yeah, he did love the house. He brought Bronwyn over. And I think Todd thought he would move into our house and Bronwyn would stay down there. And then they could just live happily ever after.
Wow.
Hey, can you tell us what your dreams are for your next home?
This will be the third home that we've built. And my husband builds out all of our businesses. He's really creative. And the minute we moved into our last house that we're living in now, Sean said, I have a dream of building a house on all one level. Basically, no upstairs, no downstairs. And I knew, don't get comfortable because we're not going to stay here for too long. And we love the creative process. We love building.
Keep stopping it. I love the fact that they're going to build a house and they're going to have a horse farm too.
We love design. And my daughter's an equestrian and she's been begging for horse property. So our goal right now is to find some horse property in Salt Lake in a really beautiful area. And we have our eye on a piece and have some horses in the back with an ultra modern all.
Mary still owns like 11 houses around the country. It's crazy how rich they are.
One level.
I don't believe any of the hype about her. Like, I think she's owed a huge apology. And I don't care if it was freaking COVID and nobody was in her church because it was COVID.
And that's called a rambler.
And Bravo wouldn't keep bringing her back and begging her to come back.
Yes.
When they're
on one level. Thank you. A rambler. Yes.
Yeah, rambler.
Rambler feels 70s, but yeah, I guess in a modern home.
We have
one.
We have two of them. They're beautiful.
Mary keeps me.
They're convenient.
Yes.
Well, I wonder people probably live in them. Mary, you're so rich. Mary's probably way richer than we know.
We're getting older, so I thought of living on all one level. But there's a beautiful property that we are looking at.
I mean, she married her grandfather to stay rich. I mean, I don't know if she to stay rich. Now I think she definitely stayed with him because of her son. But I think that she said a whole different relationship since Robert Sr. and Robert Jr. And then they're going through this experience with him and put them all closer.
We'll only really relocate for this particular property. We love our city views. We've had city views for the last 20.
And they're mega rich too, her and Sean, definitely.
20 years of our lives together. So this would be something totally different, but my daughter could live out the rest of her childhood at home and maybe stay with us longer.
I love her.
If there's horses on the property. And Sean grew up with horses, so it makes sense.
I don't think you're getting too old to walk up and down.
I don't either, right?
Yeah, I definitely don't want steps anymore either. Where's the next after? I can never get the whole thing here. Now I don't want Christmas. Where's the other after show?
Coming up on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City after show.
Do you think my hair looks cheap? It looks a little pornish.
I was so mortified. I could have come then she should just keep it to that.
I'm gonna put it on the table.
Like
from the 80s.
And I knew
this is getting X-rated.
It is.
I was so mortified. I mean, I had like big, huge prom hair,
like from the 80s.
And I knew that, but I already felt self-conscious about it. I was like,
I mean, I'm in the beauty industry.
You're literally a hairdresser. A very, very good one.
I'm going to analyze the hair.
Expensive one.
And then the dress was low and the dress was short and it was like still wrinkled, like she just pulled it out of a little, and it needed to be steamed and, you know, the spiked heels.
I didn't even look at it.
At least it's not like, I don't know. At least she's fighting with people that's not like Jen Shaw's fighting. You know, remember how Jen would like scream and like beat you up basically? Yeah. And she's like, fuck yeah. Like, we didn't want, like, Jen really read the handbook wrong, you know? She did everything we were sick of seeing on these shows. And God, I hated Jen Shaw from day one. Oh, God.
Like
she really bad. Like, so many videos about her.
A little, like, sort of
like, you're guilty. Like, why do I care so much? Like, why is it? Then I'm like going to therapy. I'm like, why am I so affected by Jack Taylor, Jen Shaw, and Erica Jane? These are three of them keep me up at night.
Sort of slutty, like, pour some sugar on me, like she was in a rock video in the 80s and crawling up a car.
Oh my!
I mean, it just had those vibes. It just
Mary's too young for that.
Had like little midlife crisis-y.
She's just about missed the Twisted Sister days, I think. She's a little bit younger than us.
Fast midlife.
So are you, Larja?
Oh. But your hair looks beautiful today. I did not love it that night, and I'm like, okay, we can fix her hair.
Hey, Lisa looks really old and dusty to me too. I'm thinking about like this Mormon Wives, Secret Lives, Mormon Wives, how fresh and new they look. And then the new show, the Sold in Salt Lake. Like, get the memo. Yeah. Lisa needs more extensions. Her hair's too flat.
It's very flat.
But I kept saying,
like right there, it's like, I mean, mine doesn't look that great either right now, but look how bad she looks. That's not like, she could be so much better. She could do a lot more toxin fillers. For somebody who's really that conscious, I don't usually talk about people's looks, but they've been doing it a lot here. So,
saying you started it. You said she's doing 10 guys.
You're doing 3 guys.
No,
This
you
is
know
a
what?
no-brainer scenario
I
for
don't
me.
think. I think Brittany started it. Brittany was the one really being braggadocious, talking about having 10 guys and dating 3 seriously, and Angie was like, really?
Because remember, she went after Angie for the wine, bringing wine to her house. That started it. You're right. She did start it with her. Because Angie was like trying to be nice, bringing her wine.
Yeah, don't mention it if you don't want people to have a comment.
Look
Don't
at
keep
Crazy
it to yourself.
Look at Crazy Eyes.
There is a moment before the bat mitzvah begins
Yeah, she's evil.
where Brittany tells me she is going to say something pretty offensive about Angie's sexual habits.
If she's accusing me of that, then that's probably because that's what she's doing with Sean Child.
Oh, look, I was never slutty. I've been with Sean for 30 years. I was never even a slut when I was single. It's offensive to say that to a good Greek girl. Like,
and Sean's pretty hot.
Offensive to say.
And it's
anyway.
an offense. Yeah, it's very
And she
offensive.
doesn't even know you from Adam.
Meanwhile, she's on Tinder.
Boom, 10,000 hits on Bumble. Boom, 15,000 on Tinder.
She's admitting that she puts men before her daughters.
True.
Totally sacrifice my kids for a man.
But
Look, she looks 80s there, but then she goes back to normal. And then 80s.
Slutty.
Brittany should not start a fire she can't control. But Angie was dead wrong to call her look slutty.
You know, if someone takes a shot at me, I'll fire back. And like, I say funny things.
You look like a
Because of
trampoline
last
with
night.
eyes.
Oh
Yeah, I say funny things. Too.
Oh my gosh. But like, I don't really say hurtful things about people's marriages or their businesses.
So do you feel like you were wrong?
Well, it's never right to tell someone they look like they have porn hair. And I know that, but she was dead serious. That she thought I was probably slutty.
Like Mary probably gets confessionals, like a confession. Angie has to give confession today.
She started it, I finished it, and it was the wrong venue to start it. But I could have gone so much lower. But I am in the hair industry.
How much lower would you? How low can you go?
It's just irresponsible to throw out any kind of insults, to just hurl insults.
You started it, asshole.
It's irresponsible to come on a whole show and admit that you give up your children for peen and that you have 3 serious peens in a rotation and you boast about getting how many hits on Tinder, and those are smashing sites, ma'am. Yep. Everybody knows you can't get a real relationship on Tinder. Everybody knows that.
Yep, and Jared's yummy. Remember how yummy Jared is? Like,
yeah.
Is he? Yeah. I mean, but
Jared is kind of cute in his own distantly Osmond way.
And is like kind of, I want to say inbred, but Osmond looking way.
And not expecting to retaliate and defend myself. I'm going to stick up for myself. And then if you
I always
can't,
thought that Donnie and Marie were weird. I don't know.
I used to love the Donnie and Marie show.
I thought they were Broadway. So they weren't on Broadway. They were a variety show.
TV show. Yeah, when I was growing up, they would come on the television.
Oh, that's right. Like a variety kind of show, right?
Right.
So did they have? Did they have the whole family? Right, it was the whole family.
They would have the whole family on, but it's centered around Donnie and Marie. Yeah, but the whole Osmonds would sing, like the ones that would sing, like kind of like the Jacksons. You know, they would. There were some other ones that would sing and come out and do the skits with them and stuff.
Do you remember
But
the
they would
Monkees?
have chicken stars on the Monkees? Oh yeah, and
That
people
was
say,
their
"Hey, they're too busy singing."
Yeah. Hey, we're the Monkees. People say
I
we're
love them.
Like totally, I love the 80s. I would pick the 80s to come back to. I think if we get a choice one day, I'm like, yeah, shit, bring me back to the 80s, man. San Junipero. Have you watched? Yeah, have you watched Black Mirror yet?
No, you know, oh my God. So I had a husband and I couldn't remember the name of the thing. And he got it all the way to the Black Mirror thing, and I couldn't remember the name of the episode you were saying.
I'm gonna
San Junipero.
Where's your husband? I need him to put it on for you. Like you have to,
right?
Please, you're addicted. I need to talk about it, please. I cannot wait for 2025. I need new episodes like now. I cry about this sometimes. I'm just kidding.
you say something that embarrasses you
I was gonna rewatch it just because I like the zone. Because I don't get into any scripted TV anymore. This stuff I have to watch 3 or 4 times just because of this. So it's not much fun anymore. So I'm like so excited when I binge a show and not care to take. I don't take notes or anything. But now I can't stop talking. I can remember. This is the fucked up thing. I can remember every single episode, probably of Black Mirror, and tell you about it. But I can't do it without notes. Imagine that.
That is crazy. Yeah. I just did some series. There was something that just came on, and I was like, "Oh my God, this show is great!"
Oh my God, I'm dying to watch another. I need another. Just I can't even explain it. You have to watch it to understand what I'm talking about in each episode. It's just I don't even say futuristic, but it's like fucking odd. It's like everything that you think that could go wrong in the future with AI in your phone does on and every episode.
Oh my gosh.
Please watch it.
To the point of getting thrown out, that's on you.
Like, I need to call your husband right now and tell him to make sure you watch it as soon as you hang up.
I don't need to
My phone's in the other room.
apologize to anybody
Everything-
for defending myself at the bar mitzvah.
My girl Ange is the meanest, nicest person I've ever met. When Ange opens
She
up
goes
her
there.
mouth, she goes there and she goes all the
I don't think Angie goes as low as like fucking people doing like Beverly Hills or Jersey. Jersey's like like this is really not that much. This is not that bad. You're a slut. You're slutty. I mean, come on. What are we in high school? I've been called way worse. Like on a good day.
way. And I call her, she's Sniper. And when she gets emotional and she feels like she has to defend herself, her words are brutal. So I think it's 50-50. I think Brittany walked right into the situation. And, you know, Angie's not one to back down. She
Okay, nitwit. Whatever you say, nitwit.
Came in with a Nerf gun and Angie was not playing. I knew
Brahman's not playing either, though. Brahman's not fucking.
She wasn't.
It's not at all.
The jump. I was not here for Brittany.
Yeah.
I'd like to learn something.
Real quick, can we just give a shout out to Bronwyn having a backbone also? So it's not just about Todd sitting there and telling him how disappointed he is in Bronwyn. Bronwyn has the balls to be like, look, you did not support me. That wasn't, I liked that. That means they see each other kind of as equals in a way, because she wasn't scared to speak back to him about his performance in public either, sir.
Yep. She's like, I appreciate you supporting women, Todd. I appreciate you having respect for women. But, you know, you're making her sound like, you know, I'm wrong and she's right. And I get it because Bronwyn's way younger than Todd. So we're way more emotional at this age, you know. We're like, you get for me. Todd's like, just walk away. It's like, don't you think we would if we could? If we could walk away, we would. But our tempers don't allow us to do that.
Something about Brittany
Emotions.
that didn't feel unhinged.
Wait, excuse me?
Are you in love with him or are you in love with Osmond?
Are you in love with Todd or in love with his money?
I think you should worry about your own marriage, Bronwyn.
Touche.
Brittany told me earlier she thinks you called her a slut because you're one. Wait, what?
Bronwyn had it out for me.
I just think she didn't like you probably because of
Brittany's a horrible actress because I think in that moment that was fucking staged. That moment was staged because Brittany's like, "What? What do you mean? oh, I think that Braun and Brittany are working together now. I think about it. Because think about it, create a lot of drama with each other, and you got shit going on.
Of other people's opinions.
Realizing that, like, we can't just be happy and have cotton candy. Not even cotton candy. Just we can't all have a good time and not argue. I realize that that's just not going to happen ever. We're gonna have to have some kind of like shit. But again, we don't have to have it with each other. Like Mom had her own.
Of you.
I mean, at the ropes course, I was totally cold shouldering her. I wouldn't even look at her because of something that had happened before we even started hanging out.
Actually, in my first lunch with her, I knew she didn't like you because she thought you lied about being on
Broadway.
Right.
Okay, let's get right into it. So I am new in the Broadway world. I just produced my first show and I have 2 more coming out next season. So I'm not an expert, but I can definitely tell you in my very short-lived Broadway experience, I have not come across Brittany's name in a Broadway capacity.
But she was in Miss Saigon.
I know she tells people that.
Oh, she's claimed Broadway?
Very much so. And I don't believe the word accoladed is a real word either. I know she uses that in her bio.
I'm back.
A made-up word.
Accolade, okay.
I would love to know what those accolades are.
You know, and I've supported local theater here my entire life, and I've never seen her perform, but I don't go to anything in Provo. So
yeah, I don't watch Mormon movies, I guess. I did not know who she was.
Girl, you can Google it. In fact, one of Andy Cohen's best friends, he and I were in the same Broadway show together. Second National.
Lisa's face. Lisa doesn't believe her either. It's weird.
Brittany, what's her last name? What was she in Broadway?
What is her last name?
I'm back.
I hear Brittany. Her name's actually Brittany. I forget. But Google that shit real quick because I didn't even think
it.
I think it said
what's her last name? Oh, Brittany, real Salt Lake City. Let's see.
Yeah,
Bateman, Brittany Bateman. Is she related to Justin or Jason Bateman?
I don't know.
Possibly. Is she from the Bateman family? Let's see. Let's check her out.
Yeah, check her out.
Tour of Miss Saigon.
I can't sing.
She toured Miss Saigon, she said.
And everyone's seen me dance. It's awful. So I'm not saying I'm a better performer than Brittany, but I think you should be proud of what you've done and not exaggerate it. So if Brittany was in a touring production or a high school production or sings in her shower,
she has a Wikipedia.
Then she should just keep it to that. She doesn't need to sing.
Yeah.
She has a Wikipedia page and she's from Provo. She's a TV personality, actress, singer, best known. No, they did not though. They said best known for being a member of the Bravo. So maybe she just put this page up. But it says it says all the way back to 2003. Oh, you can't even hear me? Oh darn.
No, I can hear you now. I can hear you now. You were cutting in and out.
Oh darn. Well, it does say that she has on her filmography since 2003. She has been on Pixel Perfect, Sons of Promo, the RM. It's about returned missionary for the Latter-day Saints.
Miss Saigon, know nothing about Miss Saigon?
Oh, she was in the Mistletones on ABC Family. I saw that movie with Tori Spelling.
Oh.
And the Yankees, I don't know what that's about. America's Strong, Mobsters and Mormons.
She was like an actress. I couldn't figure out who she was. I didn't even think to ask like where. I don't know even where Bronwyn. Apparently, Bronwyn was like a corporate person too, like a corporate something. And I swore they were going to say that her and Todd were meeting, like they met at the bar. And she was at the end of the bar, and I'm like, he was picking up a hooker, I think, or like was she like I don't know. I was like, was she like a call girl or something? I don't know. I kind of thought like it was weird. They were both at the single at a bar, and they just happened to meet. I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah,
kind of mysterious. I don't know. I guess it's. I don't know. I don't go sit at bars by myself.
I did have it here. Let's call husband.
Yeah, call husband.
I'm going to text him and tell him to play that Black Mirror for me when it gets
Black Mirror and San Junipero.
San Junipero.
That's it. That's the one episode. Just watch that one first before you watch any others. That's the only one that I would like. Totally be a part of. Oh, the other ones freak the fuck out of me. I'm like, no, oh wow. I look at my phone every day now, and I'm like, it is a black mirror. My God, it is. It basically is. It's like basically your phone knows, basically if you ever have to remember anything in your life, your phone knows everything, where you go, where you walk. It's always in my hand. So it's like a camera, basically. That's kind of what the one episode's about. But they call it Black Mirror, but all the other episodes are just wild. Very weird and very cool at the same time. That one and Archangel is the other episode that's really good. It's like ARK Archangel. Let's see. And it's about an impact you put in your kid to track them so they don't get missing or unalive, future like things that probably would happen eventually. But it's like, I think what I came to the conclusion was that it was basically warning us that for us not to go the AI route too much. Because I think basically it's all about the future technology that will probably help us in the end.
Right.
And how it could possibly turn on you. I mean, because, I guess, of course, like tracking your kid be great. They'll never ever go missing or whatever. You can protect them. And it was like another thing too, like if the girl and her kid saw something traumatic, you could wipe it from her, you could go on your iPad and go, oh, she just saw a barking dog that scared her. Let's change it, rewind her life and change it to like a smiling doggy. You know what I mean? Shit like that. It's like, oh, that's so cool. But then she got older. She ended up murdering her mom because I just gave it away. She murdered her mom for having an implant in her. And like, you saw me have sex for the first time.
Oh, no.
I know. It's like her mom was trying to protect her. And then, it's like, wow, that really could fuck us up in the future. That's just 2 episodes out of like 20. There's like 6 seasons and it's like 5 episodes, 4 episodes, 3. I'm like literally as soon as we get off of here, I'm going to text you and message you and make sure you start watching it.
Okay. Well, I did just text husband, so when he comes home, he's going to be like, "What's this you sent me?"
Yeah.
And then we'll be able to turn it on. Yeah.
And then Dustin,
I'm positive he won't know what the fuck Aunt Junipero means.
San Junipero. Like San Francisco, but San Junipero. So Janipero, it's spelled.
No, that's not how I spelled it. I spelled it really bad. So yeah, he's gonna have to ask me about it.
Black Mirror. It's a series, and the episode that one of my favorite episodes is called San, like SAN, Junipero, JANIPERO, and it's a place. It's a place.
Did you say something?
Yeah, I just told you what I said. You can hear me?
I can hear you now. I was on mute. What did you say?
Oh, I was telling LRGA about the episode of Black Mirror. I sucked yesterday. Like, actually, the first hour I was good, but for then 2 hours after that, me and Dustin just were talking about nothing. Well, stuff, but like nothing really. I apologize, everybody watching. I did not mean to stay off track this entire time. Usually LRGA can pull me back on track, but I just sidetracked again. I keep sidetracking everybody. It's weird. I feel like today's one of those days where I would probably have to take like my ADHD medicine because I'm like I can't stay focused.
You don't feel grounded. There's a grounding technique that I've been doing lately, and it really, really, truly works. And then I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna tell you what it is, and then I'm gonna get off here. So you breathe in for 13 seconds. You hold for 1. You breathe in. It's a breathing exercise.
Okay.
You breathe in for 13. Hold for 1. Exhale for 13 seconds. Immediately breathe in for 8 seconds. Hold for 1. Exhale for 8 seconds. And then you do the same thing with 5, 3, 2, 1. And then you hold it again after you finish the series. And it really does work. You feel in your body again. I've been doing that throughout the day whenever I feel like I'm doing 8 much or getting my anxiety up.
Yeah.
And it really does. And like right before the bed, oh my gosh, I've been going right off to sleep instead of like having that mind juggle. You know what I mean? I do that breathing and it centers me.
I ask I usually when I'm in the shower, I ask Healer's the pine tree, that huge pine tree that's it's like 80, he's 80 years old, but he's healer. I call him healer. I hug him every day, usually every day. But I imagine his roots wrapping around my feet to ground me. But for some reason, I've been like not grounded. I feel like I have a tether on me, and I'm like flapping in the wind. Seriously. And I'm like, and I was hugging him today. I hugged him today because it was windy. I was like, oh, healer. You know, my neighbors try to think I'm crazy, but I just say, I'm like hugging. Yes, I'm hugging my tree, and I literally feel energy. But I love healer. I do. He's like, I almost cut him down at first when I first moved in here. I was not the plant. I was not the Snow White that I am now. I was like, that's in my way. He's got 2 hands, but I love him now. Oh, I love
That's
healer.
beautiful. I love the trees too, girl.
But
I don't want to hold you much longer. We're going on almost 3 hours. I'm going to get off here.
I know.
Love you.
I love you.
I got to talk to you later and see how your Thanksgiving was with all your people.
Yeah, wait to hear about that.
Yeah. So I'm going to call you later.
Mom
I love
and Dad
you
are
guys.
excited.
Everybody smash your buttons on your way out.
Largest.
I'll see you later, Dustin.
See you later, Larger.
See you later. Love you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I had Instagram on and it disconnected again. Oh wow, because we're all right, Dustin. Do you have any final thoughts? Because I'm not going to keep us for 3 hours, but we can talk backstage, like you said.
No, I don't have any final thoughts. I was just on mute so that it'll be easier for you to keep track of it. With all mute.
I know. I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to, like, honestly, like, I didn't think you were gonna take me seriously. Like, I didn't think you were really gonna interrupt me, but I was like, yesterday I was blaming you. It was really my fault because I'm the one who talks too much. But like, I kept forgetting that people were watching still. But
I didn't know what to do, so I just was on mute. Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to tell you. You didn't have to do that, Dustin. Just tell me to fuck off next time. Like, no, Krista, fuck the fuck off. Seriously. Like, no, asshole. I'm not going to mute myself. You mute yourself. How about you mute yourself, Krista? You're the one who the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, just tell me to fuck off. Give me the finger. I don't know. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I definitely. I don't feel. It's weird. I feel off this week, but I'm doing lives every day. Yeah. I don't know who I think I am. It's like, you know, I'm running out of hair. I got to get order more hair. You know what I mean? I have to wear new hair. Anyway, so tomorrow is going to be, like I keep saying, Southern Charm and the new show.
Yeah.
But because if I'm going to, I might as well just keep going. Let's make it this week. Because we know my money go up. How are you today?
I'm okay.
How's Pop and Grandma? Are they there?
Yeah, they're okay.
Tell them I said hi.
I will.
Wave to Pop, but you don't have your
The camera.
How's your mom?
I don't want to talk about that.
Okay. Did you do? I already talked about 90 Day Fiance this week. A new episode started. A new season started, right?
Next week.
Next week. Okay, good. I saw Big Ed on the reality show awards or something.
He got fired.
Oh no! For what?
TLC didn't want to renew his contract.
Shit. All right. Well, all right. I'm going to. Everybody, there's still 117 people watching. Appreciate you guys a lot. Seriously, over it's Twitter people. I was trying to see if I could see who it is. I can click on it, but I have to go into it to see. But I do appreciate you guys, the views and all too, especially on Twitter because I get pretty decent views on there.
Yeah.
But all right, I'm gonna end this and then I'll talk to you in a second. Hold on, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Like you said, all that. Appreciate everybody still watching. Sorry I got off topic. Apparently, I do that a lot. I apologize. And I still have to break up the episodes this week to piece them out because, yesterday, like I did a really good recap at the beginning, and then we went rogue for 2 hours.
Yeah, we did.
I didn't care.
I was trying to help you as much as I could.
I know, and you did help me because that really made sense. Once you said that to me, that's all you had to tell me was that was the one thing that was going wrong in my monetization. And now, and then actually read it. And I also, I didn't realize that they take 45%. I'm like,
they take 45% of your super chat. They take 45% of your viewership.
Yeah. I'm like, I got paid. I was like, and I thought that was like pretty good. And I was like, but I actually made double that. And I'm like, wow, huh? Fucking 40. Wow. I'm like, wow.
They're
So
taking more than half of it.
What I thought I was going to be making, I'm not going to be making every month. Like I literally was like, because you know you can figure out like now that you know how much per 1,000 views you get, like how much you get. You're like, oh, this video is going to make this. I'm like, I'm going to be making bank. Oh yeah. Oh, forgot you got to pay YouTube 45%. I thought it was 15%. Who
Well, they raised it.
What employer takes half your money? Really? Like what?
Mine does.
40 is that really? Is that oh wait, is that a tax bracket? Wait a minute.
Part of it, yeah.
Pay taxes.
It depends on where you live.
Listen, I owe the IRS 80 grand still because I never paid taxes ever, and until I was made to do it, and I still don't like it. And it's like I feel like I'm doing it again, and it's like this is the entire reason I didn't have my ID again. I didn't want the government to know where I am, because if they're gonna take, if I don't pay, you know, I have to literally pay the IRS like $5.
They can guard your wages on here too.
They already have, Dustin. They have twice in my life. I've owed them this money since 2002, 3. No.
You still owe them money still.
Oh my God, yeah. I didn't pay taxes. I did the same thing that the situation did. Yeah, and it was like a couple years. It was the same one place, but it was like 4 years in 2000s. With 2000, then it was like another couple years after that, and then I got caught.
Right.
I still 80 right now. I still owe 80,000, but a lot more than that. And a lot of that's fines and penalties too. Like a lot. Most of like I actually probably only owe like 30, I think. But, that's like the low. I mean, the only other fine I had in my life was my husband paid off, and I hate the IRS. I hate the government. I hate paying taxes. I feel like it's bullshit.
I think the whole government's a scam anyway.
Oh yes, it's completely. Dustin, we're supposed to be the most freest, and I'm complete.
I don't believe in that. I don't think that we're free.
No, definitely not. Fuck no. We're the most fucked. They fuck us in our faces and we don't even know it with no lube, basically. But guess what? Now that this person's in office, Trump, they keep wearing. Do you know we can't say Trump on here? Trump. Like we can say.
I know it's a trigger word now.
Yeah, it's like really.
You have to be very careful when you say.
Like he's our president. Like, but I can say Biden crime family. They can say Biden crime family all day on PBS.
It's because that's not a trigger word. See, when
how is he a trigger?
See, when we had that January 6th, Google actually made that a trigger word.
That's I know. So it was fucking a lot of them, but I walk around now like on my everyday life, and I'm like, yeah, this person got unalived. I'm like, they're like, they got why? I'm like unalived. I mean murdered. I'm like unalived because I say unalived. I'm just like, I don't know. Saying the M word, I can't even really say it. I think I probably just said it now. But like I said, I'm cutting our last 2 hours off, or last hour off. But I keep saying I should have did it today. I lost track of time again.
Yeah, you need to cut them things down so that it's not as long.
Yeah, I know, because people see 3 hours, they're like, I'm not watching that. And we saw my anyway, people are watching. I'm talking about this like we're not. Like people are. All right, guys, I'm ending the stream. I love you all.
I think we need to go backstage. You and I need to go backstage.
Yeah, we are right now. I could tell